This is going to be my home for the whole weekend. But tonight, I'm sleeping in my car because I got there late. This morning, I'm having coffee by the fire and warming my toes. And this is my palace for the weekend. And here's my comfy bed, which I had to switch around because apparently the campsite was not level, and it made me nearly roll off my bed. Once I got it settled, everything was great. Since this was a solo trip, I took my single mattress, which left lots and lots of room for storage, and it was just very comfortable, easy to get around in. And I love the overhead view, where you can see through the screen the leaves moving and listen to the birds and the crickets and all of the sounds of the campground. For Friday night's dinner, I chose to do a spin on a classic beans and franks by using smoked sausage, and it was delicious. True to its nature, Indiana produced a lovely rainstorm, which I worried would make my tent leak, but it didn't, and it was the nicest sleep I've had in a very long time. I guess I slept with my ball cap on, and when I woke up officially, it was broad daylight, and I realized that the reason I'd slept so long was because I thought it was still dark. Before we talk, before we think, before we get out of bed, we have coffee. I boiled the water in my electric kettle, and I finally got to use something I bought a long time ago but never used at home, my little IKEA French press one-serve coffee pot. After a rainy and chilly night, even a lukewarm shower made a world of difference. The quirky and wonderful campground host, Mimi, left me a gift on the hood of my car. Saturday's lunch was smoked sausage and some potatoes, and I actually got really comfortable cooking over the fire, especially with cast iron. It was nice, and it was delicious, of course. I know it's weird, I take pictures of my feet, but it helps me remember that I actually got to relax. The wildlife was kind of fun to watch. This guy is a starling or a grackle, and I think he's looking for worms, but it looks like he was really ticked off, throwing things around. I took some snacks along, and I met a new friend. His name is Barry. Cute little guy. He really likes Parmesan crisps. He would steal one from the ground and scamper up a tree and eat it, and then scamper back down for another, and right back up the tree he would go. And he watched me the whole time he was eating it. This went on for about 30 minutes, and then he took off. By this time, the campground was pretty full of people and children and noise, so I decided to take a drive over to the lake. Some things never change, and the lake never changes. Might be a little higher, a little lower, but it's the same lake. Lots of good memories there. Lots of friends and family, lots of fish caught, and jokes that we still talk about today. There seems to be a gathering of turkey buzzards somewhere over that woods over there. Just playing on the wind. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, I can see him now. I wonder what's for dinner. May he or she rest in peace. I love looking at the lake. It relaxes me. I can feel my blood pressure drop a few points just by sitting and listening to the waves and feeling the wind on my face. It really is magical. The sun began to set, and I had a visitor coming. Jeremy brought me a whole hog pizza from Mount Summit's 1,000-degree pizza. It was delicious, and I enjoyed the company. After dinner, Jeremy and I sat around the fire and just relaxed for a little bit, and then it was time for him to head home. After a quick night's sleep, it was time to get up and break down the camp. By then I was ready to be home, ready to be smoke-free, and ready to be back in my own bed. Call me crazy, but I think my car was happy to go home too. And the worst part of it all is I had to say goodbye to the lake. It was so beautiful in the morning. It was a long ride home, but it was good to be home. And I did take a shower before I went to church. I'm still trying to get the smoke out of my hair 3 days later. Man, is it good to be home.